Alright, I'm going to show you some movies here that you can look up and watch with some of these apps, like Tubi, which is a free TV, YouTube. You can watch stuff for free on YouTube, and also on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch some of the stuff free on Amazon. And most of these are shows that I've watched, and some of them they closely resemble what we're finding here in Florida, and some of them are from here in Florida. Okay, so Tubi is a free app, and you can go on there and search for some of the documentaries, and you can find these shows here I'm going to show right now. Okay, so there's a movie here on Tubi. It's called Something in the Woods. It's based on, supposed to be a true story that happened in Texas in the 1960s. Okay, here's another one on Tubi. American Sasquatch Hunters. Documentary made in 2013. So if you look at the documentary, go through the documentary movies, you'll find this. Okay, this is on Tubi. On the documentary, go through the documentary movies, called Bigfoot Encounters. It was made in 2018. This is Bigfoot Encounters, the southern Sasquatch. So they're talking about this Sasquatch all across the south of the United States. Okay, and these two are on Tubi. On the Trail of Bigfoot, The Legend is the first one. And then part 2, On the Trail of Bigfoot, is The Search. That's the second movie. And then they have a third one coming out here before long. But these are both really good right there. They're also on Amazon Prime. Okay, here's some movies you can watch on YouTube for free for the Bigfoot stuff. Okay, this movie here is on YouTube. Survivor Man Bigfoot, The Skunk Ape Files, full feature. It's by Stacy Brown Jr. And he's going to be one of the speakers in Lakeland on January 30th. Stacy Brown Jr. is going to be one of the speakers. This also has Cliff Brockman. This is going to be one of the speakers. And it also has Robert Robinson, which is going to be one of the speakers. You can find this on YouTube. Okay, and then on YouTube, here's the Trail to Bigfoot. And they do a lot of searching all around the Green Swamp area here in Polk County, Florida. Not just Polk County, but around in Central Florida, in the Green Swamp area. They have a lot of videos on here. Okay, and now this is on YouTube also. If you look up Modern Explorer, he shows a lot of stuff in his videos, and I've actually talked with him some through email, because he was finding hairs in a Bigfoot nest that matched up with hairs that I was finding here in Florida. They matched up and looked a lot alike. Okay, here's another one on YouTube, Tracking Sasquatches. And they're from Florida. From around here in Florida. The Independent Sasquatch Research Team. Around here in Central Florida. So go check out their videos. Also with Tracking Squatches, David Sidoti. He's going to be one of the speakers at the Bigfoot conference in Lakeland on January 30th. So check him out. He's the founder of Independent Sasquatch Research Team. And this is on YouTube. You can also go to his webpage, isrtusa.com. Okay, here's another one on YouTube, Cephisaurus. If you'll go to her site and look, she does a lot of work with some of the Bigfoot videos, and she'll enhance them. She'll enhance the sound in the video where you can see and hear better what's going on in the Sasquatch or Bigfoots. So if you go to her channel on YouTube and check it out, she's got some really good stuff on there. And she does a lot of other work too. She's a really good artist. And she does a lot of other work with the videos. Okay, and right here, he was howtohunt.com on YouTube. He's changed it now. He's changed it so now it's the facts by howtohunt.com. And he has thousands of people emailing him stories of Bigfoot, their sightings, and he sits down and reads them. He does hunting, but he also does a lot of Bigfoot stuff because he's actually seen them himself a few times, and he does a lot of stories. He'll sit down and read emails. A lot of times people are they want to get their story out there, but they're afraid to get their name out there because they're afraid they're going to be ridiculed. So he'll sit down and read their email and tell their story, and if they don't want their name read, he don't read their name. But a lot of people don't care if their name's put out there with their stories and their encounters. But he's trying to help people by reading their emails and helping them out and trying to keep people from being ridiculed for believing in Bigfoot or knowing that they've seen Bigfoot or Sasquatch. But he's got a lot of stories. He's got a lot of videos out there with a lot of stories that thousands of people have been sending in to him. And here's another good one, the Bigfoot guys. Charlie does a lot of videos around Ocala. That's where they're at, in Ocala. He does a lot of Bigfoot stuff and Bigfoot stories and driving, showing locations. He does a lot of stuff like that. So go to YouTube and look at the Bigfoot guys. Okay, it's on YouTube also here. Central Florida Bigfoot. He does a lot of good technical stuff with cameras and video recorders. Really good with that stuff. So check him out. Also on YouTube, Scott Carpenter. He shows a lot of stuff. He shows a lot of stuff as far as Bigfoot and all, and what they are. Talks about the DNA testing that's been done on them. And him and Steve from howtohunt.com have worked together, as well as David Paulides. David Paulides does the Missing 411, and he was doing Bigfoot stuff before, and got all the David Paulides and Scott Carpenter worked together doing the DNA testing and getting all the evidence together for the DNA testing that was done by the Dr. Melba Ketchum. So they talk about some pretty interesting stuff. Okay, and since I'm talking about David Paulides, this is not actually Bigfoot stuff here that he's doing right now, but he has the Can-Am Missing Project on YouTube, and he studies and talks about all the missing people that come up missing, and it's just not just normal missing people, and it'll be clusters of people missing. It's really interesting to see some of this stuff and learn about it. But it's David Paulides, the Can-Am Missing Project on YouTube, and he helped do all the getting all the evidence and stuff together for the Bigfoots, for the study they did, and had Dr. Melba Ketchum do the DNA studies. So he's a really good guy, and he works with Steve and Scott Carpenter on some of the stuff they're doing. So even though it's not Bigfoot, not actually Bigfoot shows or movies, just I'm throwing it in there. Okay, and if you have Amazon Prime, here's some stuff on Amazon that's on their Prime, so you can watch it for free also, as long as you have the Amazon Prime. Okay, and then here's the American Sasquatch Hunters, Bigfoot in America. That's on Amazon Prime also. Okay, and then here's the one. This one was also on put on YouTube by Survivor Man. This is the Skunk Ape Lives. The Skunk Ape Lives from 2017 by Stacy Brown Jr. It's got him and several other people that are going to be speaking at the Bigfoot conference in January 30th. Robert Robinson, Cliff Barackman, some of those people that are going to be speaking. And that's from Florida right here. This is in Florida. Alright, and on Amazon Prime, here's Survivor Man, Bigfoot, season 6. So Survivor Man's been coming out now and doing Bigfoot stuff, and some of his shows he's been talking about where he's setting up a camp or something, and he's hearing stuff that's not normal animals that everybody knows or he knows, and it makes him keep stopping and looking. So he's coming out with stuff now about Bigfoot. Okay, and then this one here, this is a friend of mine, Mark Zasky, and his wife Melanie. The Bigfoot Researchers Journal. They're in South Florida, so they have a lot of really good stuff on video. And they used to be on YouTube a lot, and he ended up taking it off YouTube. He still does a lot of stuff, but it's all on Patreon now. He has a couple of shows here on Amazon that you can watch on Amazon Prime. So this is one of them here. He's got a lot of evidence too. He's got DNA, he's got hair samples, he's got footprints, he's got all kinds of stuff. He's all the time taking videos and showing their faces and stuff in the videos, zooming in on them. But this is really good to watch right here. This is in South Florida. Okay, here's another movie on here from Mark Zasky. And I've learned a lot from him, and it made it easy to start finding footprints and hairs, stuff like that from them, and even to find where to look, where to find them at. So it's a pretty good movie to watch here, pretty good show, and this down in South Florida from where he's at. But he can get on Google Maps and pretty much pinpoint where to look. And because of that, he helped me find a spot where I've been finding evidence. Okay, here's another one too. This is some other friends of ours, the Trail to Bigfoot. They search a lot around here in the Green Swamp area. and we've met them and gone out with them before. Took them out to a place where we were finding stuff, and so they're pretty good too. That's a good one to watch too. This is in Florida, around the Green Swamp area. Here's another, the Trail to Bigfoot. I didn't know they had these on here. I don't remember them being on here, but they have a lot of videos on YouTube also, and they're from here in the Green Swamp area here in Central Florida. Then here's another one on Amazon Prime, Bigfoot Encounters from 2018. Okay, and then both of these are good. On the Trail of Bigfoot, the Legend is the first one, and then The Search just recently came out. The Search is from 2020. And On the Trail of Bigfoot was from earlier in 2020. This one here, On the Trail of Bigfoot, has some of the people that are going to be speaking at the Bigfoot conference in Lakeland on January 30th. It has some of them in it. Okay, this is Amazon Prime, so they have some pretty good movies on here. The Bigfoot, it's a documentary from 2019. Okay, so I hope you watch some of these and enjoy them. And thank you for watching.